can't believe it. They pulled it out. What a call. What a play. What a game.
I'm alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Ay, I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the...
I've been doing my thing, they not ready for me. Y'all been playing with me, no time for the silly games. Damn, it really must be so intimidating, but I gotta be great, that's the gotta be me. Whoa, yeah. Hold me, they cannot hold me, yeah. Slowly, ain't no more taking it slowly, yeah. Holy, you're dealing with something that's holy, yeah. Hold me, I need somebody to hold me. I'm still cooking out the basement, and this game needs some saving. And I'm ready for the action, cause I'm tired of the acting. What happened to being great? What happened to being fashionably late? What happened to rocking shows? What happened to spitting flows? Been wearing the cons and the pros. Feel like I'm the only pro. If we gon' go, then go. We could take it toe to toe. I've been doing everything you've been doing, but I'm really doing more. I'm about to explode. You gon' need someone to hold me. They cannot hold me, yeah. Slowly, ain't no more taking it slowly, yeah. Holy, you're dealing with something that's holy, yeah. Hold me, I need somebody to hold me. Nothing's for certain, but this I know. Life is but moments that come and go. Tomorrow may never come, but the memories live on. Be strong, don't cry when I'm gone.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They run here with the second-year man from UNC, Javonte Williams. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Goff. Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
3rd play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Goff. Hard throw, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Seahawks a 1st down. Now it's gone. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. To the air again. Gone. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line. Goff now looking to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
11, empty, pace.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, here's Goff. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Goff. This is intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Seahawks are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Now, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. Finding space at the 40. Still going. Inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
On 1, ready?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 11.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Burrow. And that is incomplete here.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
11 empty.
Play action. It's Burrow. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Rondale Moore from 19 yards away. And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Another try after the first down sack. Goff. Williams brings it in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And the Falcons are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working.
11.
First down. Here's Burrow. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
Throwing again on second down. Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. This is a counter play, Eckler. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
11, empty, take.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd and 7, Burrow. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. DJ Moore from 10 yards out. And the Falcons have moved out in front. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Samuel. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Goff on first down. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Travis Kelce with career touchdown number 60. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. Up the middle with Eckler. And he's got room. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go, here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Burrow on play action. He's going to look deep for more. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Here we go.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On the give, this is Eckler. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. York able to send this one through, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On first down, Goff. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he gets it into the end zone with no time left in the second quarter as they take the lead. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Going with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football. And now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Burrow loses the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
11 empty. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Moore, the man in motion.
11 Thomas.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for Moore. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, and talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe it.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying it.
Now the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. DJ Moore. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons have retaken a third quarter lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Goff's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, it's gone. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. Second and 10. Here's Goff. And he rifles one incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, let's go. Brown.
Out of the gun. Goff. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Falcons are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
11 MT, take.
Burrow will throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Draw play. It's Eckler. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Here we go.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down. Now Burrow loses the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace.
Here we go.
This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Austin Eckler, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. And there, the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
Well, what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now Goff on first down. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Deebo Samuel with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Gold to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Gold now out to kick it away. set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First downs. Now Burrow loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him?
Here we go.
How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
He's going to look deep for more. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
The handoff, it's Eckler, and he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders. CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
Now a first down throw. Gone. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. With that last completion, CDs now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the 50, it's gone. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Goff. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot, so what can they do to get closer now on third down? That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9.
17.
Now Goff. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin, and the Falcons have just about sewn up this football game. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So a big kick coming for Robbie Gould. This to potentially send us to overtime. And that is no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
We so often think of these kickers as automatic at any distance, and it's just not the case because when you start talking about 50-plus yards, that's still a tough one to connect on. This one ends up no good, and that should put to rest any chance of this game getting to overtime.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for Atlanta, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Seattle, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.
Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug introducing my brothers. Our squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still...
Something done woke up in me. I've been going crazy. I've been doing my thing. They not ready for me. Y'all been playing.